hear me? Yeah, okay. So I've been asked to share with you Tennessee's journey into consolidation or through consolidation and do this in 5 minutes, which is a bit ironic since I've been doing this for 13 years and we're still not done. So kind of hang on because there's going to be a little bit of speed talk. So when I arrived in 2004, centralized mainframe, we centralized network, we centralized email. Agencies still ran all of the infrastructure, their servers, et cetera. We replicated this across all 23. As I began my tenure, we're starting to see little mini data centers pop up across state agencies. And I saw this as a trend that needed to be addressed before it became irreversible. And that began my journey into IT consolidation. So in the race to consolidation, you have the slow and steady turtle versus the limited tenure hare. As CIOs, we're time constrained to complete our projects, and this drives us towards speed. At the same time, consolidation is one of the most contentious things you can do in government. And if you consolidate faster than your customers can absorb the change, your tenure is probably going to be shorter than you anticipated. If you consolidate faster than your organization can provide quality service, it's likely that your customers will be out hunting rabbits. In 2004, I had no mandate or executive support to consolidate servers. I thought this was a curse at the time, but it was probably a blessing in disguise because it forced me to slow down and be very deliberate about consolidation. I knew if I lost a battle with one agency, I'd lose them all. So with a bit of chutzpah and a lot of bluff, we pronounced that agency compute would have to move to the data center as agency servers came to end of life. We controlled the state's server contracts, so we were able to stop any backdoor procurements. And honestly, I was a bit surprised, but it worked, and the servers began trickling in. By 2006, we were planning a new data center to deal with the increased load. By 2007, we had the funding for the data center. By 2009, we cut the ribbon, and the battle for consolidation of data centers was over. The next target that we had was shared services. We started with enterprise content management, moved to ERP, database management, GIS, MDM, business intelligence, and finally IPT. This was over a 6 to 7 year period and has been very successful. It hasn't really stopped. We continue to add services to this day. In 2014, we began worrying about security, as you all do, especially around end user devices. Some of our agencies did a really good job managing end user devices, others didn't at all. Virus outbreaks were beginning to become all too common. So we made the case to the governor that if we were going to successfully manage cybersecurity, we needed to get control of end user devices. And this led to an executive order consolidating workstation support in 2015. This had its bumps, especially around ramping up our procurement and asset management to support 36,000 users. But in the end, it was worth it. And I need some wood. We haven't had a virus outbreak since, and I think I just cursed myself. So at this point, we're at a point where central IT managed all of the infrastructure and shared services. Agency managed their vertical business applications. And despite our consolidation efforts, each department was characterized by vastly different capabilities. We had gaps in critical IT skills and procedures, which were underscored by some very large and visible agency IT project failures. To combat these issues, we created a central statewide PMO, and then we hired SAIC to do a full assessment of IT skills and the gaps across state agencies. Here's what we found. SAIC report confirmed that the state did indeed lack critical IT skills. It also, though, said that we needed many more IT personnel than we had at that time. This was a problem. This led basically for us to rethink it. The cost involved with trying to upgrade skills and duplicate skills across 23 agencies was just prohibitive. Ultimately, we decided that the best approach was to consolidate, leveraging shared resources across those agencies rather than duplicating them in each agency. And this brings us to 2016 with our final IT consolidation effort, Enterprise IT Transformation. This project consolidates all remaining staff across all of our executive branch agencies to one central organization. We're currently in phase 2 of this project. We've now consolidated 18 of our 23 agencies. We have 2 more large agencies coming on board in January. We've grouped them together in similarly missioned departments into 4 business domains, and we now offer services at 3 different levels. First, at the departmental level for those services that need to be embedded with our customer. Then at the domain level for those skills and services that need domain knowledge but can be shared across departments. And then finally at the enterprise level for those services that can be shared across domains. So with that, I can tell you that the tortoise and the hare lived happily ever after. If I had a single takeaway to give you in this, it would be that speed will get you there and that quality will keep you employed. Thank you.